What's up? What's up? What's going down? Salute fight fans. It is the homie, Mainman Mademan in the building. Yes, sir. Hey man, y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. Once again, it's on. Once again, honor and a pleasure, fight fans. I repeat, a honor and a pleasure coming on through and rocking out with the boxing fans and the boxing fam. Yes, sir. Sunday. You know what that means. Our time now, fight fans. I want to say salute to everyone, man. And I hope all is well in the world, man. And most importantly, I hope all is well in your world, fight fans. I want to say salute to everyone that catches this live. Major salute to everyone that catches this on a playback. I want to say thumbs up as you pull up. Please do the homie that favor and hit that thumbs up as you pull up. You already know. Live on a late Sunday night, fight fans. The homie definitely had to come on through the night, man, and talk up a little boxing, you know. Sorry I'm late, everybody. Sorry I'm late, man. It's been a long day, you know what I mean? A very long day for the homie. Man, I went to an amusement park today, fight fans. Yes, sir. Spent the day down at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. You know what I'm saying? I always try to go down there every other summer, take some of the youngsters in my family or whatnot and have a good little rocking time down there, man. And they loved it, you know what I mean? But I'm going to tell you, fight fans, y'all can say I'm getting old, say whatever you want, man. That shit wore me out. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, fight fans, how many of y'all can still walk around amusement parks, man, with your kids? Shawty, I can't do it. I can't do it, man. It wiped me out. I just think I was once upon a time one of them kids ripping and running with endless energy and turned up and, you know, never want to sit down, man. I barely made it through half of that park, man. I was huffing and puffing. Fight fast. And look, you gotta buy those wrist things to get to the front of the line, man. Because if you don't, bro, yo, man, it's just like a waste of time on going, man. So, but I am exhausted, bro. I am exhausted. What a day, great day, yo. I don't know about a lot of y'all, man. I'm still a roller coaster enthusiast. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people nowadays, man, they real paranoid when it come to roller coasters. They be on some, yo, man. People just, they turn it on the news. You seeing all of these roller coasters malfunction, so people don't trust them no more. Man, I'm still a thrill seeker, bro. I am still a thrill seeker. I rode one today, man. I don't know if my heart is in my chest yet. You feel me? Man, I mean, I felt like I was 10 years old all over again after I got off that roller coaster. And I got to get in the front seat. I got to get in the front seat. But look, man, I'm telling all of the youngsters, y'all will never know. I always go here, man. Y'all will never know what it's like for the old school carnivals, man. I get it. We got the big amusement parks. We got the Busch Gardens and the Six Flags and Disney World. I've never been to Disney World, fight fans. Never. Heard a lot of horror stories, though. I heard the lines are so long, I don't even know if it's worth the trip. They say if you go down there, you better go down there for a week because you're going to barely cover anything in a day or two. But anyway, man, they will never know anything about the old school carnivals out here. See, up here in DC, right, back in the day, we got a spot. And y'all know where the Redskins, the Washington football team used to play, right? RFK Stadium. So at RFK Stadium, in the parking lot, they used to throw this carnival every year back in the day when I was a youngin'. Every year, you know what I mean? Every summer, this carnival would come, and it was the baddest carnival I ever been to. Like, this carnival would come. What made it so cool was that they would have all of these pretty rides and these games and all of that stuff. But, dog, they would have these attractions that you just don't see no more. I guess the world is too politically correct or something like that. I don't know. But they would have, like, the snake lady. They would have, like, the world tallest man and the world tallest woman. Hey, yo, man, they would have like the world's strongest man, the world hairiest woman, bro. And I always remember the one that would stand out the most to me was the lady that would turn into a gorilla. Tell me, in some of y'all towns out there, y'all be having carnivals. Do y'all still get those? Like the lady that turned into the gorilla. And real spill, man, and I always say this, they had a dude that was like the world's biggest drug addict. They literally had this guy, and when you were walking, and you had to pay your cash to go in there, and you were walking there, it'd be a dude sitting behind a glass. I lie to you not, fight fans. And he would have like needles going, he would have like joints going, cigarettes burning, drinks everywhere, and he was an actual attraction. Like, imagine them doing something like that now, man. It'd be against every rule, and it'd be all over the news. They had literally a dude that would sit behind a glass and just do drugs all day. And he was an attraction. They had you probably can see that now in some of y'all hoods now, right? But they used to have like the world's smallest man. And I remember the world's smallest man. Man, was a dude. He was about the size of from your ankle to your knee. And he was so, you'll walk in there, you'll talk to him, and he'd have like a big old pot in front of him, and it was full of cash, overrunning. You know what I mean? People would look out for him. But those are the things that you would have at the carnival, man. And that gorilla lady, bro, like she would turn to a gorilla right before your eyes, and the cage would be wide open. And then as she's turning into the gorilla, the cage would be open, and the lights start flickering, and next thing you know, people start running out of the tent, and the cage closes. Boom, bro. The lady would turn to a freaking gorilla right in front of your face. Real spill. Tell me y'all still got some of them carnivals in some of y'all town, man, because these big corporate shits, man, it's cool and all, bro, but there was nothing like the carnival, especially if you had your little girlie or whatever, you take her to the carnival on your little date, win her a little teddy bear or something. You was that dude, spending all your little cash trying to shoot the basketball in the oval-shaped hoops. You was the dude, if you could nail one, you didn't want to be one of them dudes going back to the car with your girl and y'all empty-handed. It's like, damn, everybody got teddy bears except you. Like, you know what? Let's go over here to the cotton candy. Let me get you some cotton candy. That way you got something in your hands, right? The carnival, man. The good old days, man. Unfortunately, the one that's over there that was over there at Stadium Armory, unfortunately, it turned into damn near a war zone because it was in the middle of a lot of hoods or whatever, man. But still, man, those were the good old days, and those were the good old carnivals, man. Nowadays, it's like everything is great. It's thrill seeking and it's big and it's corporate and all that. But those small town carnivals, you would never see anything like it. You know what I mean? So let me see who up in here. Salute to everyone, man. Salute to my homie Lord J-Mo, first man on deck. Salute to your champion. He says blessings and abundance. Right back at you, man. Blessings and abundance, family. Blessings and abundance. Salute to my homie, last of a dying breed on deck. I see you, homie. I see you. Salute to you, champion. Dimitri Cohen, how you, man? Hope all is well, Dimitri. Hope all is well. Dimitri, you remember them RFK? You remember them carnivals, Dimitri? You remember them carnivals, champ? Muhammad Tola, my G is on deck. I'm good to go. Hope all is well, fam. Hope all is well. Salute, man, into the chat. Check out my profile picture. Oh, look at that. Look at that, champion. Hey, y'all, look at Muhammad Tola's picture, Mo. He got a joint with Bud. Hey, salute, champion. Why you been holding that one in the stash, Muhammad Tola? You supposed to been put that out here, man. I like that joint, son. I like that joint. I like it. Salute to my homie Muhammad Tola, doing big things, rocking with the big champ. You know what I'm saying? The man, the king of boxing right now, need I call him? Here we go again. Terence Bud Crawford is feeding boxing because I see everybody talking about Bud Crawford. Salute, bro. Salute. Loving that picture right there, homie. Loving that picture, man. Salute to my homie G Benson up in here tonight, man. Salute to my homie. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Cooling. Hey, G Benson, you remember them carnivals, homie? You remember them carnivals, man? Those were the best, bro. They don't even come here like that no more, man. They don't even come here like that no more either. The crazy thing is we used to get them like 3 at a time, bro. It used to be one at RFK Stadium, one over at Forestville Mall, another one over at Capitol Plaza. They'd be all going at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Bro, we barely get them, man. We barely get them. You know what I mean? Not Zay, what up, man? He says, yo, Earl will never be the same. Couldn't agree with you more, bro. Couldn't agree with you more. I'm even going as far as saying that he's broken. It's over. I'm willing to. I've been telling y'all that the last couple live streams. I believe it's over. We're gonna talk a little bit more about it. Definitely gonna talk a little more about it. Nazay says, yo, and we on Charlo, but he's scared. Hey, salute to that Showtime epilogue, man. I caught that joint, man, and to see Terence Crawford leaning over that rope like that right after he just dropped Errol Spence Jr. and he just talking that trash to Charlo like that, man. I mean, the only word that I can even think of is savage. The only word that I can think of, fight fans, is savage. Speaking of savage, man, what about that jacket that Terence Crawford came walking into the arena in? That's the one on the left right there. Even big fish get caught. I like that. And then he turns out and he walks out into the arena with the net and the little fly outfit right there on the right. You know what I'm saying? But damn, bro, my man came dressed to impress the whole event. He came walking into the arena on the left with that one. Came walking into the ring with that one on the right. Man, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of like that, I want to give a major salute to my homie. Like that. That's up in our house. What's up? Like that. Hey, like that. I'm loving that picture. Like that. Hey, you doing the most right now. Like that, but I'm loving it. You know what I'm saying? Loving that picture. Your man looking like a thriller zombie on that joint, man. Come on, man. Stefano, what's up, man? As you pull up, punch that like button. Like Crawford punched a hole in Errol. Man, thanks, man. I appreciate that love right there, champion. Salute to the homie Stefano, a.k.a. Michael Corleone, LFC. Loving that picture right there, Michael Corleone. Look at my man Pacino looking clean as a mug, bro. Look at that shit right there, champ. Hey, Stefano, that's funny you got that picture right there because, I don't know if a lot of y'all into video gaming and nothing like that, but I was just recently playing a old school game on PS2. I still got a PS2, fight fans. I know I'm stuck in the early 2000s, but playing the PS2, I was playing Scarface, and bro, that's one of the toughest games, man. And look, the Al Pacino character in that game, bro, they did a hell of a job in that game. And it picks up where the Scarface movie ends, like when he gets killed on the balcony, or he got hit up on the balcony, and yeah, it picks up from right there. Like, what if he lived? That's how the video game goes, man. That thing was slick, bro. Like, what if he lived and he ended up making his way out to some little cabin? He ended up surviving that shootout, making his way out to a cabin, losing everything, and you basically got to gain everything that he lost back. It's one of the most wickedest games out there, bro. But loving that picture right there, one of my favorite movies, man. For those who remember my old school set, y'all remember when I used to have the posters behind me, and one of those posters was that picture that my man got right there, because I used to have the Godfather. It was the Godfather. It was the Heat crew. It was the Godfather, the Heat crew, the Casino crew, all in one poster. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And yeah, man, that thing was slick. Salute to my homie Vincent Roof, man. Salute to you, man. He say, what's good, main man, into the chat. Salute to you, champion. Just talking through a little real spill tonight. Having a good time, man. My main man, Backyard Prophet, is in here, man. Salute, fight family. Salute to you, champion. Salute to you. Akbar, I see you, man. I see you. What's up? Can't call it. Celestial Being is in the house. Celestial Being, I love that name, homie. Love that name. Errol Spence is a zombie now. LOL. And this is Thriller Night. Yeah, bad, bro. Yeah, bad. Muhammad told us there's no need for Crawford versus Martin 2, man. Yo, let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it, bro. So the word on the curb is that I happen to see quite a few boxing heads, especially like Roy Jones and a few others, come on out and they saying that they don't think that there's no need for Errol Spence Jr. to take the immediate rematch. Now, y'all already know my position on this, right? I've been crystal clear on this, and I'm being totally upfront with y'all. I think that Errol Spence Jr. is done. I don't think that Errol Spence Jr. would ever return back to rare form again. I mean, you don't get a beating like that. You don't get a beating like that, fight fans, and just think that you're gonna come back the same. Especially when you see someone, you don't see the old version of that fighter. He has far too much to overcome for this rematch, far too little time to do it. A coach that's paying him absolutely no attention right now. The one question that not one boxing fan will be able to answer, and I guarantee you that they won't be able to answer this, is if Errol Spence if they do this for December, which they shouldn't, but if they do this for December, how in the hell is Derrick James going to be prepared for this rematch? How by December? When he got 2-3 fights already in between this fight, how is he going to be ready to get Errol Spence Jr. on the mark? I mean, how is he going to prepare for the things that Terence Crawford brings into a fight? See, look, let me put my lenses in a Spence fan. Let me put my feet in a Spence fan's shoes right now, right? Now, here's the deal. This is your logic, right? Well, if he comes back at 154, he'll be much more stronger. Whatever was wrong with him that you think that was wrong with him in this fight, well, it won't be the thing that's wrong with him if he goes to 154, because he'll be much more healthier, right? He'll be much more stronger, blah, 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 blah. Listen, man, it's not the case. Now, here's the deal. You do have cases that way. Let's not get it twisted. You do have situations like that where a fighter, once they move up a couple pounds, they become a better fighter because they're now fighting at a better weight that's better for them, right? They're stronger, they're much more replenished, and so on and so forth. I'll give an example. Kell Brook versus Carson Jones. Mainman, who the hell is Carson Jones? For those who don't know, right before Kell Brook fought Sean Porter, he fought 2 times. He fought a guy 2 times, a fighter by the name of Carson Jones. In their first fight, he fought him at 147, and Kell Brook looked horrible in that fight. Pulled it out. He won. Got beat up. Bloody, pretty good. Real close fight. Too close for comfort, but he won. Well, you know, there was some uproar about that. So what do Kell Brook do? He come back and he rematches Carson Jones. Only thing is he rematches him at 152 pounds. And when he comes back at 152, he got rid of Carson Jones in like 3-4 rounds or something like that. Right, fight fans? And so you look at that case and you say, well, look, Kell Brook came back bigger. He came back sharper. He came back a better version of himself. The difference is Kell Brook didn't receive a beating. The difference is Kell Brook did not receive a epic beat down, fight fans. Where you can say that he didn't lose nothing in that fight. You can say, well, maybe, yeah, he had some tough things to overcome and his stamina was an issue in that fight and he slowed down, so he took some punches from Carson Jones. But you can't say that he got beat from pillar to post because he actually won the fight. It's not a question about whether or not, will Errol be this or will Errol be that. It's a bad matchup for him. And even in the case, even if Errol was to, you could say, replenish and be this and be that. Well, how? Not after a beating like that. Not after a beating like that. It don't work that way, fight fans. The swelling. It don't work that way. The training camp he just put his body through. And then getting beaten from pillar to post, showing some of the worst balance issues that I've seen from Errol Spence's entire career. You don't just recover from these things in a matter of months. In this case, it can be argued a matter of days. You just don't. He received a beating. An unhealthy beating. And I'm telling you, bro, it's too much to overcome. There's not enough time. And just Errol Spence is just facing a style that there's nothing that he can do with. Y'all got to accept that. I want to give a major salute to my homie G Benson, man. In that super chat, always holding down the homie. Thank you, bro. I really, really appreciate you, man. He says, people are talking about the move to 54 for Errol, but that isn't going to fix the foot placement, getting out of position after throwing punches, or his head movement. It's the skills, not the weight, people. Say it again for those in the back, G Benson. I couldn't have said that no better. It's the skills. It's clear. He has no idea on how to deal with the switch hitting ability of Terence Crawford. If you go back to that fight fans, every time that Errol Spence Jr. flicked a jab, he had a jab in his face. That has nothing to do with weight. That has nothing to do with weight. Errol Spence couldn't come get into that comfort zone that he wants to do. He just couldn't get there without taking a shot. That has nothing to do with weight. Errol Spence getting clipped through punches over and over and over again. One of the first things that Errol Spence Jr. said in this post-fight interview was, my timing was off and he clipped me through punches. That has nothing to do with weight. Nothing. What part of weight has to do with being clipped through punches? Something that we've seen over and over and over again. And if you've been rocking with Mainman has showed you this leading up into the fight. It does. It's called bad habits. It's called being tailor-made. And at this point right now, fight fans, I'm sorry, you may can't accept it. And I know a lot of y'all are still kind of traumatized and you're still in the state of shock. And you're just like, no, there's no way. There's just no way. If I click my heels 3 times, then maybe I'll go back and this couldn't be Errol. It was Errol. It was the same Errol that y'all always known. And you know what? Let's look up something real quick because I still got this. Everybody, like, it's the weight. What y'all gotta understand and all of this other stuff. If something was so wrong with Errol Spence Jr., these are the punch stats from the fight. Something was so wrong with Errol Spence Jr., man. Let me just move this here and check this out. If y'all can check this out, if y'all recall, correct me if I'm wrong, at that bottom column right there, Errol Spence outswung Terence Crawford by over 120 punches. So you say that Errol Spence wasn't this and he wasn't that, but he outworked Terence Crawford. If he was so damaged as this crap that y'all got out here that nobody believe in, thank goodness. But if he was so damn, well, how did he outswing Terence Crawford by 120 punches? But his landing percentage was the worst of his entire career. That got nothing to do with weight. That's skill, fight fans. Look at that. He landed 20% of his total punches. That got nothing to do with weight. Terence Crawford landing at a damn near record high, 50% of his total punches. That got nothing to do with weight. Errol Spence's body work was up. It was over Terence Crawford's. 37 body punches. It just didn't phase Terence Crawford the same way it phased everyone else, because every time that Errol felt comfortable with going to the body, he had to deal with check hooks. He didn't have to deal with that with Danny. He didn't have to deal with that with Sean and the rest of these dudes. Who was checking Errol every time he thought about going to the body comfortably? Who? That's a skill, fight fans. That got nothing to do with weight. And remember what I told y'all before the fight when we did the Sean Porter comparisons, because I knew something like this was going to come up. And I told y'all, and when Sean Porter was fighting everyone else, he was averaging 600, 700, 800 punches a fight. But then when he got in there with Terence Crawford, his punch output got crushed by over half. His punch output dropped dramatically versus the puncher known as Terence Crawford. Well, look at Errol Spence. Even though he outswung Terence Crawford, don't get it twisted, but that's still like Errol usually well above that number by round 9. Crawford's power, the equalizer, like I always told y'all, the equalizer brought his punch output down a bit and made him far less accurate. All of that was done through skill, fight fans. It's got nothing to do with weight. And beyond these numbers, he took a beating. The worst beating of his entire career. So fight fans, y'all can make it all about weight. Oh, if he was so damaged, but he outworked Terence Crawford. He just didn't outland Terence Crawford. His jab was the best jab in boxing. His jab only landed at 11%, fight fans. When the last time you seen Errol Spence's jab landing at 11%? If you take his jab away, he had nothing. He had no foundation. What other fighter has ever done that to Errol Spence? Why you think something wrong with Errol? What other fighters ever done that? When y'all run around in Delusionville, like, I can't believe this was him. You can't believe that a fighter reduced him to an 11% jab. That's what it is. These are the things y'all overlooking. Errol has never in his entire career, even with the lowest of the amateurs, even with the best of his opponents, he's never landed a jab at 11%, fight fans. His jab was effectively taken away. That's nothing to do with weight. That has everything to do with skill. Tell me I'm lying. Oh, he's going to be such a different. What, are you going to throw more punches? Is that what you're telling me? He gonna throw more punches. Oh no, man, he'll have better punch resistance, so he gonna get beat on some more. That train has already left the station. You can't rewind the hands of time, fight fans. It doesn't matter what you think may happen from this moment on forward. The fact of the matter is that the beating happened. The beating happened, and it's going to play a part in the rematch. You can sit home in your couch and in the comfort of your own home and don't think that it's going to play any part. Oh, no, he's not traumatized. And man, look here, man. You go back to the Rocky movie, right? Remember in Rocky? And remember when, matter of fact, this was Rocky 5. Yeah, Rocky 5, when he started training Tommy Gunn. And remember at the beginning of Rocky 5, like he would always have these flashbacks of the beating that he received from Drago. Like it never left Rocky. It really messed him up. Now the fans wanted Rocky back in that ring, right? To do all kind, but Rocky, his people was telling him he was messed up. You know, he went through a lot in his career. He had the brain damage issues going on, but he just couldn't get those images of those beatings out of his head, man. Y'all don't know what this do to a fighter. The beating happened. Is my point to y'all. Rushing him back so fast. If y'all don't think that he gonna be haunted, y'all tripping, bro. Y'all tripping. So I'm just letting y'all know, man, I don't think it had anything to do. It doesn't matter if it goes to 54, man. The beating has already happened, and there's just a major skill deficit going on here, dog. And when you got something like that playing out, fight fans, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Backyard Prophet says Derrick James has been exposed. Big facts. Big facts. Derrick James is embarrassed, man. I tell you, boy, if it wasn't so close and they talking about going into this rematch and all that, I'd tell Earl to drop him. To be honest with you, he gave you some of the worst. Everybody's running around. He gave him decent corner advice. No, he didn't. No, the hell he didn't. I heard Timothy Bradley's interview. I see Timothy Bradley is he must have took in a little bit of Mainman Mademan because he used my exact words. The man said that he felt as though that Derrick James was arrogant. I couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Throwing out the southpaw, acting like it doesn't mean anything. Derrick James got exposed big time, and I just wonder how deep his knowledge really goes if he doesn't know how to deal with a switch hitter. How deep is his knowledge to throw that out? To think that brute force was going in and beating skill. I told y'all, fight fan. Remember what I told y'all? What was the analogy I used to give y'all? I said this fight reminds me of the movie Undisputed with Vin Rames and Wesley Snipes. That's what this was. Vin Rames was the champion. Everyone was loving him. He was the heavyweight champion. He get locked up. He goes into the jail. Wesley Snipes is a little dude that sits in the jail, mind his business, whittling the little things out of wood, and but everyone in the whole jail already knew that Slim, he's the champ. He's the real fighter. But that heavyweight champion come in there, he want to impress, and he's the guy with all of the skills. And what happened? Vin Rames lost in the end. That's what this story was all over again. Bud can't talk much. Bud ain't a trash talker. Bud is a pure fighter. Pure, unadulterated fighter. He don't bother people. He don't go running up on people. He ain't chasing the spotlight like that. That's not who he was. But he's a fighter. It reminds me of that movie Undisputed, man. So much, man. So much. You know what I mean? Baumgartner versus Serrano next. Says fireworks, says Muhammad Tola. Hey, man, I couldn't agree with you more. I take that. Hey, salute to Amanda Serrano too, man. I seen that fight, man. Them girls throwing down, man. They throwing down. Last of a dying breed. You're answering your own questions, homie. They going rematch. It's definitely going to be a rematch. Just not next. They got to build Earl back up and get him a win so the general public can at least get interested. That's crazy because, all of the talk is starting to make Earl transparent. Like they're overlooking Earl. And I'm going to just say this, I'm even to the point now where it's like Earl who, because I don't see him as much of a threat. But Terence Crawford, you got to understand, you won a battle, you didn't win a war. Even though you got him, you can smoke him, you still got to come in there on your A game. You still got to come in there like this guy ain't just get beat down. You still got to come in there like it's the first fight. And I believe that Terence Crawford definitely will. And I'm going to tell y'all fight fans, like I said last live stream, this fight happens in December. Earl gets stopped in 3 or 4. This fight gets pushed to the spring. Earl maybe can push it down to 7 or 8. He could push it down to 7 or 8. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, either way it goes, it's going to be a defeat. But I just think if they keep him out of the ring a little longer, it would do him some good, perhaps. Maybe, let some of his swelling go down. Let some of his wounds actually heal. Maybe they can actually work on the game plan. Maybe we'll get a better fight. They throw him back in there in December, 3 to 4 rounds, he's done. 3 to 4 rounds, he's done. There's no way. Brute force is not going to beat this level of skill, fight fans. Y'all got to get that through your head. Brute force is not going to beat this level of skill. Doubling up his jab is not going to do nothing with his uppercuts. Right? Taking Errol Spence Jr.'s a half of his style totally away from him. Earl is unable to turn up versus Terence Crawford. Do y'all not understand that? He can't throw punches in volume. He can't throw punches in bunches. That option doesn't exist no more. That's what y'all got to understand. He's got to figure out a way to beat Crawford by pure boxing. And if he can't contest with the right hand, the one punch that he's known to get touched with, no matter if it's Crawford or not, with Crawford's jab hand becomes the brick hand. If he can't do nothing with that, bro, there's nothing that can be done here. There's nothing that can be done here. I don't care how many doubles and triple jabs he throw. I don't care how much body work y'all come on. Look at the body work. It's so great. He's a body snot. No, not against this fighter. Not against this guy. And guess what? Y'all keep on thinking about the pluses that Errol Spence Jr. is going to have. And keep overlooking the pluses that Terence Crawford is going to have at 154. You keep on doing it. It's a two-way street, fight fans. It's a two-way street. It's good for the goose. It's going to be definitely good for the gander. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. So I just look at it that way. You know what I mean? I look at it that way. Damone, I got my homie Damone Daniels in our house. I got D-Lo 404 Boxing in our house. What's up, champions? Salute to you all, man. Salute to my homie D-Lo 404 Boxing. Salute, champ. And D-Lo, if you want to drop some words, just say the word link. You all ready. And that goes the same for you, Damone. If you got any words you want to drop, just let me know. You know what I'm saying? Let me know. Salute to my homie Damone Daniels up in here, man. Damone, how's it feel to be up in the winner's circle, homie? How does it feel to be up in the winner's circle, spiking the football and shit? You know what I'm saying? Y'all keep on spiking out there, man. Don't take it easy on them Spence fans. Don't take it easy. I don't care if they're going through their traumatic events or whatever the case. Don't take it easy on them. You know what I mean? I've already spiked the football enough. I've won big time, so we good. You know what I'm saying? We good. But y'all don't stop. Keep it going. Don't let them excuses gain too much traction. You know what I'm saying? Damone says, maybe Kenny knew to throw in the towel at the right time. Derek should have done the same. Absolutely. Brother, it can be argued that Derek James letting that fight go those extra couple rounds after the 7th. He made a drastic mistake right there, bro. He made a big mistake, bro. Those were some punishing rounds that Earl took in those last 2 rounds. And Derek could have ended it. There was no way of winning at that point. His ego wouldn't allow him. This is the trainer of the year. This is the guy that called Bomac Cheeto and said that Bomac had a whole team of coaches. His ego, bro, was on display heavy. One of the worst things you'll ever face in your life is your ego. Hear me, fight fans. Your ego is literally a demon. And I know this for a fact. That's what your ego really is. Ego is a demon. And it governs other things. And his ego was out of control. Sad. Sad, bro. Sad. Damone says, yo, this rematch isn't happening in December, and if it did, it will be Errol's last fight. I couldn't agree with you more. I hope PBC wakes up, man. I hope they wake up, but if they got no choice, I'm not. And see, you notice, fight fans, that not one time if I say that Errol Spence, I know Errol wants to fight. I know Errol wants the rematch. I get it. I get it crystal clear. I understand. But he's the fighter. He's looking at a $20 million bag, and I totally understand that. I'm looking at his health. I'm looking at his safety. That's what I'm looking at. No one else is. But that's what I'm looking at. Clearly, Derrick James wasn't. Because he ain't want to throw in the towel. Anybody seen Derrick James since the fight? Derrick has been staying away from every camera, huh? He got nothing to say for himself. Why didn't you in that fight? Boxing media. We need to know why Derrick didn't end that fight. We need to know if Derrick is working on any adjustments. I'm sure, well, I ain't going to say we. The Spence fans need to know. They want to know if Derrick is working on an adjust. Spence fans, it's all love. You know what I'm saying? It's all cool. Y'all can call out Derrick James. You can sit back and say, hey, man, my guy Earl wasn't totally prepared because the reason that he lost this fight was bad prep and bad coaching. Simple as that. No need to get scientific about it. Bad prep, bad coaching. His preparations were bad. His coach clearly wasn't overseeing his preparations totally. Clearly. And I don't know what's up with their relationship. And also bad coaching. Lack of adjustments, and unable to reach your fighter in certain moments. That's bad coaching. How do you not have a plan B? Man, he gave him good instructions in the corner. No, he didn't. He told him to come in from angles and stop coming in straight. That's good advice, sure, but he needed more. That was like 1/3 of the advice that he needed to get through that fight. So I hope it don't happen December, man, for that man's sake. What's up, champ? Tinted eyes, man. I love that name, champion. Tinted eyes, bruh. Salute to you, man. I agree, man. He should definitely retire. Nothing would change in a rematch at 154. This is how Gerald McCullen type situations happen. Rule is retire from the sport. Don't let the sport retire you. Big facts. Big facts. And I know a lot of people may say, well, man, you can't say that because, he's going to go to 154 and he got a whole run up there. Okay, cool. No. That's not it. Errol Spence is not here. Y'all not hearing me, dog. What Errol Spence is dealing with, weight ain't gonna solve his problems. Errol Spence has seen more and been to probably places y'all can never imagine. Have you ever laid up in a hospital bed, maybe in a comatose state, under all kinds of meds, probably sent off somewhere, brain half dead? Do you know where he really went? Do you know what he really saw? Y'all have no idea. That ain't Earl no more, man. And it ain't nothing. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I want the fans to understand. This is not Errol Spence Jr. no more, man. Cuz then left the building. Earl is going to fight Terence Crawford one more time. He's going to lose, and then he's going to retire. That's what Errol Spence Jr. is going to do. He's going to lose, then he's going to retire. Simple as that. He's going to look back on his 3 world championships, and he's going to be very content with what he has done in his career, and he's going to spend the remainder of his days with his family, with his kids, and doing what Earl wants to do. That's how this is going to end, fight fans, in my opinion. Unless, who knows, right? But in my opinion, I think that's how this whole story ends, just like that. Earl takes the rematch, he loses, he retires, he spends the 50+ million probably he made in these 2 fights, walking away with $40-50 million into the sunset. career well done, leaving the fans to judge what he's done in his career. That's what's going to happen, Spence fans. And I'm just trying to give y'all a heads up before it do. I'm telling y'all, Errol is going to leave real soon. That big fish is caught up in the net. And it's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. KP from KC5. What's up with you? You say, yo, man, he's not beating Bud, man. He ain't beating Bud, bro. No way, no how, man. No way, no how. Puff's daddy, what's up, man? Salute, man. Charlo just announced that he wants Bud after the Canelo fight. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, man, I hope he do it, bro. But let me tell you, like I said in the video, man, it's not going to come with no excuses. I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, Charlo went up in weight, and if he loses to Canelo and he comes back down, oh, it was the weight cut. I don't want to hear none of that stuff, man. Charlo can get it. Charlo can get it. I want to see this happening. And if Bud Crawford does something like that, bro, at this point, he's already an all-time great. I mean, shorty, he's just rising his star higher and higher at that point. Higher and higher. Higher and higher, family. Higher and higher. You know what I'm saying? Hey, let me take a second to go on over here, man. Real quick. Just real quick. Oh, and I'm going to put this on the screen, too, before. Hey, check this out. See, like he said, man. Like he said. So, oh, that's the wrong one. I won't put this one up there. Right here. This is the words of Terence Crawford. Couldn't have said it no better. Couldn't have said it no better. After Ugas, he looks spectacular. Spectacular, man. Where all that shit go? You know what I mean? Where all that shit go? You know what I'm saying? But I want to make a brief stop real quick before I come on back on over to this. I want to stop right here. We know that Dillian Whyte fight fans. Dillian Whyte has now been caught up. And Dillian Whyte has now been removed from the Anthony Joshua fight. So now they're left scrambling for an opponent, a replacement opponent. And Dillian Whyte is out. And as of now, at least as of nothing official, has been named for an opponent for Anthony Joshua. A lot of names are circulating. There's names like Robert Helenius, who's going to be on the undercard. There's names like Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora is the one-size-fit-all name that's always popping up. So y'all should have known that Derek Chisora's name was going to get thrown in the hat. I see David Hay running around out here talking about he got a heads up from Derek Chisora about a week ago that Dillian Whyte was going to fail the test. Call it a hunch, huh? Call it a hunch, huh, Derek Chisora? And y'all know Derek be knowing, man. Y'all know Derek be knowing everything but these dudes be into, man. They probably be calling them up, asking them for something. Hey, yo, Derek, you got any of that good shit? No, man, I don't have none this time, man. Nah, man. And that's how you always be talking. No, man, I don't have any this time, man. Call me in 2 weeks, man. Get dirty Dillian ass up out of here. Nobody gonna be checking for you, bro. You're finished. You're done. Eddie, why are you still wasting time with this dude? Nobody wanted to see this fight any damn way. You know what I'm saying? This dude getting knocked out by... How the hell you on PEDs and still getting knocked out by everybody? How everybody's still putting you on your ass and you on PED? There must be some of the sorriest PEDs known to the PED circuit. Because you still take PEDs and still get put on your ass. I've never seen nothing like it, fight fans. What is the purpose of the PEDs? I don't get it. But I think that the one thing that's coming out of left field, though, for everybody over this particular thing is what's going on with Andy Ruiz, fight fans. What's going on with Andy Ruiz? You know what I'm saying? Andy Ruiz has came out and did a video, and I thought I had put it up here. Look like I don't got it up here, but he also did a Twitter post where he's calling out and telling Anthony Joshua he want to step in and be the replacement. He want to do the trilogy. Oh, so what's up with you and Deontay Wilder? What's up with Andy Ruiz and Deontay Wilder? Why is you trying to throw your name into the hat with Anthony Joshua? What, you trying to back out, bruh? Trying to moonwalk up out of that situation? What's up with that? I'm looking at Andy Ruiz like, bro, why are you throwing your name? You supposed to be getting down with Deontay Wilder. I mean, look, this negotiation between him and Wilder is taking entirely too long, fight fans. Too long. It was on again, off again, on again, off again. I mean, what are we doing? Andy Ruiz is just wasting everybody's time. Clearly, he doesn't like the split. Clearly, he don't like what he's seeing in the negotiations. But what else do you got? They're not going to take you on short notice, bro. They would have took you if you was fat burger Andy Ruiz. But given that you slim, trim, and look like you ready to go and been in training camp, you know they're not going to take you. You know they're not going to take you. The only reason they took you the last time because you was a blimp. And they didn't see that coming. They didn't see the punch from the guards coming. But this time around, they learned their lesson. Guys like you, guys like Otto Wallen, they're not going to choose. But why the hell ain't you sitting down talking with Deontay Wilder? Has to be the big question, fight fans. That got to be the big question. That got to be the big question. So as of now, I don't see nobody officially being named for Anthony Joshua. If I had to take my pick, I think Herkovich is a good one. Herkovich is a good one. He's already beat Helenius, so we can't even throw Helenius in there, given that Deontay Wilder had recently fought Robert Helenius. But I like Herkovich. I know there's some talk of Gerald Washington. I don't want to see that, man. I'll take Herkovich. I'll take Otto Wallen, but I'm afraid that Otto Wallen might actually upset Anthony Joshua. That's my problem. I don't believe in Derrick James coaching that he got Anthony Joshua where he needs to be this far. Derrick James just got occupied with, Errol Spence Jr. for this whole time. Now, is Anthony Joshua going to be ready to go? But if I had to take a pick, I wouldn't mind taking Otto Wallen. Otto Wallen, that like I said, the only problem, Otto might actually beat that dude, bro. And Otto may give him a boxing lesson. And he's still in that learning stage or whatever, man. And he ain't gonna know when to put his foot on the gas, when not to. He gonna get confused in there. Otto is not gonna give him the fight. Otto is gonna move. He's gonna move. He's gonna move. He's gonna set traps. He's gonna make Anthony Joshua think. And I don't know if they want to do that. But I take that fight. I take the Otto Wallen versus Anthony Joshua fight all day. All day, fight fans. What say y'all? Salute to you all. Silver Salomo, what's up with you, man? Chilling. I see you up in here, man. Yo, everybody, do me a favor, man. Hit the thumbs up for the homie, bro. It's a late, rainy Saturday night out here. You know what I'm saying? Thank goodness I beat the rain today. But a late, rainy Sunday night. Sunday night. Come on and hit that thumbs up for the homie, man. You know what I'm saying? We chilling. He's in London. Yeah, Dimitri says, he's in London with Joshua this weekend. Yeah, he's in London with Joshua this weekend, but he's been down with Spence for the last few weeks. So, I mean, what is he? He's only been working with Joshua for an hour a day, 2 hours a day. Is Joshua going to be fully prepared for whatever's in front of him? Short notice or not. I mean, Joshua didn't look like a short thing against after that Franklin fight. Still got a lot of things to work on. Coming along, but still got things to work on. I don't know, man. I don't think they put him in there with no Otto Wallen. I think Otto Wallen may be just a little bit too much for him. You know what I mean? What up to my homie Roster, man, up in here, man? I see you, homie. What up, man? Yo, what up, man? Salute to the chat. Hope everybody good over there, man. At work, checking you out. I might be late, but I need that Derrick James pick up all day. Let me get that for the homie, man. That's all I needed for somebody to request that picture. The picture is always, fight fans. I repeat, always ready to go. Let's put Derrick James' picture right there front and center. Spence fans, eat your hearts out. You know what I'm saying? Look at Derrick James' face. Just look at that face. He wishes that Errol Spence Jr. had did what Terence Crawford did that night. He wished that he can say the words that Bomac is saying today. That is the most saltiest, hateration, super duper salty face that I have ever seen Derrick James make, fight fans. Just imagine the thoughts that is going through his glistening head. You know what I'm saying? Imagine the thoughts. Look at him. He's looking at Crawford with so much disdain. And I seen y'all on social media, I don't know if it was Benson or Coppinger or one of y'all trying to replicate my picture over here. Nah, bro, we caught it at the exact moment. I see y'all trying to replicate it. It's right here. Look at that face. It ain't gonna get no better than that. He is staring at every bead of sweat on Terence Crawford's forehead. He hate every bead of sweat on Crawford's forehead right now. I just can't stand the bead of sweat on his head. I just can't stand him. With little black ass. I can't stand a little black ass from Omaha, old black ass. That's how he thinking, fight fans. Look at him. It's a wrap. It's sad, brother. It really is sad. But you'll be all right. You'll be all right. I want to give a major salute to my homie Roster, man. Yes, sir. Thank you for the hate. Bro, you can see the hate literally bleeding through the screen. It's like oozing through the screen from that picture, bro. That picture just speaks a billion words. Just look at it. You can cut the hate with a knife. You can cut the hate with a knife. And all Terence Crawford is doing is trying to console Errol Spence Jr. in this picture. Look at him. He's trying to rub him on the face with the glove and all that. You know what I'm saying? Or is Derek looking at Terrence's face, or is he looking at Terrence's gloves? Which one is it? I know it's got to be something wrong with them gloves. I just know it got to be something wrong with them gloves. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It don't get no better than that, fight fans. It just don't get no better than that. That picture is the gift that keeps on giving. That picture is the gift that keeps on giving. So I heard it's been announced that this got done, huh? Jack Catterall versus Jorge Linares. I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna be checking for that like that, man. But yo, man, Jorge Linares moving up to 140 pounds to face Jack Catterall for real. Jorge's days are over. The best days for Jorge is over. I can't believe he's going back to 140, where he was once at 140. Got destroyed at 140 and went back down to 135, and now he's coming back up to 140 to face Jack Catterall. Clearly, Jack Catterall couldn't secure that Josh Taylor rematch. It's just not going to happen now. Josh Taylor is lost to Teofimo Lopez. No one's talking about Jack Catterall. There was some talk about Jack Catterall to face Regis Prograis until Regis made it all happen with Devin Haney. So this is look like this is going to come off the ground. I'm rooting for Jorge Linares, man. I'm a fan of Jorge Linares. Always been a fan. But I know he's past it, you know what I mean? I know his punch resistance at 140 is terrible. And who knows, man? Maybe this is a good performance for Jack Catterall, but this got off the ground as well. Let's keep our third eye open for this fight right here, fight fans. Real spill. And you know, I want to speak on this, man, because I noticed the boots talk is coming around heavy. I noticed the boots talk. A lot of people are talking about boots. So let me put this on the screen. Who is that, fight fans? Who is that on the screen? If you've seen the movie Heat, you know exactly who that is, right? That, fight fans, is Wayne Grow. That is the example that we gave the other day here on the channel. That is Wayne Grow. That is the same cat that got my main man Robert De Niro caught up in the movie Heat, right? All because he had to go back and get Wayne Grow. And he had the money. He had the girl. He could have made off good, ended the movie right there, went off into the sunset, the whole 9 yards. But instead, he had to take that one exit off the highway and go find Wayne Grow. Right? Well, the boots talk, fight fans. I don't want Terence Crawford to have to worry about boots in this. I want Terence Crawford, if he's not going to move to Charlo, which I'm glad that's all he's talking about is Charlo. I'm glad that the fans is talking about Charlo. If I feel like if Terence Crawford going to hang around 47, you call out Keith Thurman and you bring Keith Thurman to a 151, 152 catch weight. Allow Boots Ennis to go after his title, do whatever he needs to do, disperse the belts, and take Keith Thurman to a catch weight of 51 or 52. If we don't get Charlo. But going after Boots Ennis, especially if it's at 147, that can be a Wayne Grow. Do I think that he beat Boots all day? But things can go left in that fight. My concern for Crawford is the weight class. Crawford is not going to do what Earl did or Devin does or anyone else who try to be the weight bully and it backfires on him. If your body is growing, and Crawford has said that he had to do a pre-camp and a regular camp to make weight for this fight. If the 147-pound division, if Crawford is outgrown it, there's no need to try to prove nothing to the people. To take on a Jerome Boots Ennis at 147 for what? Crawford has been at 47 for over 5 years. Crawford ain't getting no younger. It's his decision. I want to see Crawford mop up either Keith or Charlo. Because going to 47 for a Boots Ennis, well, that time is past, in my opinion. It's just not worth it. Boots is younger. He got a whole generation that he got to deal with. You, Keith, Earl, Danny, Sean. That's y'all. That's your class. Before that, it was Manny, Floyd, Timothy Bradley, Marcos Maidana. A whole crew of welterweights that they all had to fight each other, right? The only one that tried to hide out for a while was Andre Berto, but hell, he even started mixing it up. That was a whole nother class. Boots Ennis got more than enough to think about for his class with the Stanionis of the world, with the Virgil Ortizes of the world, with the Gary Antoine Russells of the world. The man that beat him. Philly, he coming Philly. The man that beat Jerome Boots Ennis is coming. These are the things that he needs to be worried about. Why y'all telling Bud that he has to go and fight a Boots? Trying to get as much clout. Bud didn't put in work, bruh. 3 divisions worth. 9 championships. 3 lineals. And a partridge and a pear tree. Meanwhile, Jerome Boots Ennis is barely touching interims. Jerome Boots Ennis made decisions where if he wanted Bud, he could have been had Bud. But he chose to make certain moves to prolong this for his allegiance to the suits. That's on him. You want to pull yourself out of the WBO because you want to go after the IBF and Earl? Cool. That's on you. You don't want to leave Showtime for one fight like Brian Castano did and go after a world title and come on back after the number 1 pound for pound fighter on BOK. You didn't want to take it? That's on you. But how many offers do you think that you get, bro? How many offers do y'all think that Jerome Boots Ennis gets? He lucky he got the ones, the opportunities he had to face Terence Crawford. He pissed them away. Who gonna tell me I'm lying? He let a PBC finesse him, stick him into an IBF interim and take him out of every sanctioning body. That was on Boots. That was on Boots. I was sitting here yelling from the rooftops. Hey, Philly, I was sitting here yelling from the rooftops. Don't take the IBF interim. Don't take the IBF. And he took the IBF interim. And now he's trapped. Now he's trapped. Him taking that belt takes him out of every sanctioning body. That's on him. And now y'all think that Terence Crawford gonna hang around where he's clearly telling you, I'm busting at the seams at this weight class. I ain't got time to hang around here. It should be either Keith Thurman at a catch weight or go over to Charlo. Simple as that. Anything else beyond that could possibly be a Wayne Grow. And we don't want no Wayne Grows. So to my homie G Benson, he says Bud has earned the right to fight who he wants. Boots is just going to have to wait his turn as the next man up. There's no real upside for Bud to fight Boots at this point. Big facts. None. None whatsoever. Not one incentive whatsoever. Nothing. You can't make up one. Nothing. He don't have a belt. He don't got a name. Nothing. Nothing. At the very least, Keith Thurman has a name. Keith Thurman has been on pay-per-view. Keith Thurman is part of his class. No one from Keith Thurman's class has beat him. And if you want to say, well, man, I don't want to give Keith the opportunity for the belts because he didn't earn this and he didn't earn that, fine. Terence can take him to a catch weight and disperse the belts. And both Keith and Terence can fight at a comfortable weight. It's the fight we want. The undisputed thing is already done. It's boring now. It's played. We've seen it already. Crawford has done it twice. We ain't got to be talking about undisputeds and unifications no more. We're beyond that. At this point, it's prize fighting. Simple and Simon. Unless Charlo's in the picture, it's prize fighting. And the best prize fighting opponent right now, in my opinion, would be Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman versus Terence Crawford is a smoking ass fight. Keith is a talker. Keith will be very entertaining. Boots is not a talker. Boots is not a talker. Keith will sell the hell out of that show. And most importantly, Terence Crawford came to 147 looking for Keith. I would like to see Keith or Charlo, and that's all she wrote. One or the other. I'll take them. I'll take one or the other. If I had my, first dibs will go to Charlo, of course. But if we talking about anything remaining from 147 outside of the Errol beatdown 2.0 that's coming, anything, but we're not even thinking about Errol. We're like looking beyond Errol at this point. Like Errol is no longer a threat. The fight has been beat out of him. He just won his money. Whatever. But once that's done, either we talking about Charlo or Keith. Boots, sorry. You know what I mean? Sorry, bro. Sorry. It is what it is. Why should Crawford go downstairs? Why should Crawford go downstairs, man? I agree with you, fam. Why should he? There's no reason to. Salute to my homie Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more up in here. Salute to you, Bruce, and I hope all is well up north, my main man. I hope all is well up north. I always enjoy Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz, and more's live streams. Real chill atmosphere, real chill vibe, man. I learn something every time I'm over there. Bruce, you are the man, champion. You are the man. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad told us, your boost is not a priority. Bud done finished the game at 147. Big facts. Big facts. You look, man, you don't get many opportunities to face the number one pound for pound fighter in boxing. Like, he chased you. He didn't have to chase you, bro. He chased you. His people sent you a contract. And y'all play big. Steven Espinoza hooking Bozy up and making sure that Bozy, make sure that you don't move. That's the thing about fathers in boxing. A lot of these suits will go to the pops. Oh, I ain't got to even talk to the fighter. I'll talk to the pops. Pops, we're going to keep them over here. Pops, you need a new watch? You need a new car? Y'all remember that movie Blue Chips? They had Nick Nolte and Shaq and Penny Hardaway and all of them in it. Y'all remember that movie? And remember how they was luring all of them kids to the school? Their papa come outside. He got a brand new tractor out front of his house. You know what I'm saying? Y'all remember the movie? Remember Penny Hardaway walked into his coach's office. He was all sad. He be, man, my mama working at this job. Man, next thing you know, mama had a brown paper bag in the trash, man, full of money. Man, y'all better get hip. Y'all better get hip. Bozy was out here telling the world, man, we loyal to Showtime. I ain't got to sign nothing. We ain't signed anything, but yet we're loyal to Showtime. We're loyal. Man, you had an opportunity versus the number one pound for pound fighter in boxing. And then you want fans to come around here and then cheer up a fight between you and Boots now after you turned the man down? Bro, where they do that at? You a Wayne Grow. You a Wayne Grow, bro. So stop it. You shout as a midget on his knees. You don't, I mean, and I can't feel sorry for Boots. That's why I always go back. The best example I will keep on giving y'all is Brian Castano. I want to give a major salute to Brian Castano, man, one of the realest that PBC has ever seen, because he was the dude that walked off the platform and got a belt and came back into the biggest fight of his career. He showed him how to get the job done. He showed him how to do it. Walked over to ESPN. Went into the Lions Den. Came back a star. Meanwhile, Boots is taking brown paper bags like he on Blue Chips. Meanwhile, Boots is being a Wayne Grow. And Bud Crawford ain't got time for it. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got time for it. Word of the day says, yo, who should Boots fight next? Boots got a whole, bro, 147 is Boots' playground, man. 147 literally is Boots' playground. 140 between the standing on the situation. That's the best situation for him right now. But the problem is, and let me pull this up real quick, man. Let me do this. I'm glad you said that, fam. Let me pull this up real quick. This is a problem, bro. It's like, yo, I want to say who should Boots fight next. And of course, standing on is the first thing to come to mind, but he can't fight nobody. That's the problem, fight fans. He can't fight nobody because of the sanctioning body stuff that he put himself in. This IBF interim belt. I don't know who he should fight. It's going to have to be somebody in the IBF. So let me take a quick look here and see how much Boots then shut himself into a prison, into an IBF prison. You know what I'm saying? Let's see here. And I'm going to put it right here on the screen so y'all can follow right along with me, man. This is crazy. He literally put himself in an IBF prison, fight fans. So let's take a look here. Let me share the screen, man. All right, boom. So take a look at this, man. All right, here we are, 147. Jerron Boots Ennis over here with the IBF as the interim champion, right? He's in no other sanctioning body. Hold on. They got him here, though. I don't know how. This is new. Hold on. WBC. When did they put him here? He's technically not supposed to be in none of these rankings. Wow, this is new. He's in the WBO number 2. Hold on. This can't be right. This can't be right. When did they put him back in the rankings, fight fans? He wasn't in no other sanctioning bodies because he had this interim belt. No, this can't be right. This must be off. I got to go to their actual websites. I don't think that he's in the, if he is in the if they put him back because he was taken out of these sanctioning bodies. Bro, this shit be moving funny, bro. This shit be moving funny. I'm going to have to go to the WBO's and WBC's websites now just to stamp this. He was not in these sanctioning bodies. This is odd. I'm going to say this then. If he is, which I don't let's not take this as a known fact. Let's go do a little homework on this, fight fans. If anybody got a couple extra minutes, if y'all want to go check the WBC rankings or the WBO rankings and see if Boots is in these rankings, let me know. I haven't done it yet because I'm going here live. But the last time I checked, he was in none of these sanctioning bodies. So this is new. But if he is in these sanctioning bodies, then good for Boots. Good for Boots, man. But if he's still stuck in this IBF, then Virgil Ortiz, he's talking about moving up, right? They're talking about him possibly going to 154. The current fight he's already done. Maybe they can get Ugas. I mean, it all depends on what Keith is going to do. If Bud Crawford don't get Keith Thurman, then Jerron Ennis can go after Keith. But if Keith and Bud mix it up, then we got to be talking about Jerron Ennis and Ugas. It's got to be one or the other. But if this holds up, which if he is in these other sanctioning bodies, which I am very surprised to see, if that is the case, I know Virgil, y'all see Virgil Ortiz, but that's not the way to go. That's just politics is not going to allow that fight right now. Unless Oscar's going to put him in, but I don't believe. We didn't get the Virgil Ortiz versus Stanionis fight. I don't know what's going on with Virgil right now. And at this point, Virgil has been on a long layoff, and he's not going to be Virgil. So maybe Jerron Ennis versus Keith, Jerron Ennis versus Ugas. And if we're going to get any lower tier than that, Jerron Ennis, there's nothing in the IBF, man. There's nothing. He better hope that they put him in these sanctioning bodies. Because if not, bro, he only got Keith Thurman in the IBF at number 5. Keith ain't going to do it if Ugas is out there. Okay. So, just to make it simple, make it crystal clear. Jerron in his next fight, first option should be Keith Thurman. Second option should be your Danis Ugas. Third option, if they can swing it, Iomantis Stanionis. Fourth option, if they can swing it, other than maybe Butayev, Radzad Butayev, but that's over here. So that's the best he's going to be able to deal with right now. That's not bad though. Those are all pretty damn good fights. Keith, Ugas, Stanionis, Butayev. Those are all damn good fights for Jerron Boots Ennis. Iomantis Stanionis got the WBA regular. I don't know how this shit is going to work out, bro. Like these regulars and interims and shit, man. Like they got regulars and interims. I don't be knowing how this stuff be. I be losing track. I mean, I'm getting older. I used to cover this stuff years ago. Fight fans and just like bam, bam, bam. But regulars, interims, the rules are so fuzzy with this stuff, man. Most of this stuff can't be unified. And Jerron having this interim belt, it's no way you can't face Stanionis who got the regular. The belts ain't gonna be able to be on the line because you can't unify those belts. Man, this shit is ridiculous, fight fans. You can't unify a WBA regular belt with a IBF interim belt. You can't do that. Bro, it's just this shit is crazy. If Jerron Ennis is going to be forced to stay in the IBF, he's basically looking at nothing. Nothing. He can always fight Golub. He can always fight Golub or Shakram. He can always fight Shakram. That's bad, bro. Bad. But in the future, hopefully we'll be getting this one right here. Gary Antoine Russell, once he moves up to 147, maybe Jerron Ennis can avenge that fight from the amateurs. But it ain't that good for Jerron Ennis in the IBF, fam. That's as good as it's going to get. That's as good as it's going to get. L-Dub, my main man. L-Dub can probably chime in on this. What's up, L-Dub? L-Dub, help us out with something, L-Dub. What the hell is going on with Jerron Boots Ennis, fam? Do you got any words on that? And if you need me to drop a link, you want to come on through and drop the words on it, that'll be even better. Can you clear us up with Jerron Boots Ennis on this? Now, we know he got the interim belt. How the hell is he in the other sanctioning bodies? Or is these rankings off? This is the Wikipedia rankings. Like I said, I haven't been to the actual website of the rankings. How the hell is Jerron Boots Ennis in these other sanctioning bodies, bro? It's not making any sort of sense. Let me know, L-Dub. Hit me up and let me know. You know what I'm saying? Unless I'm just reading this in a way where just Wikipedia just didn't update. This is the only thing I got to be looking at. You know what I mean? But salute to my homie L-Dub Boxing. Luca Lazo says, to me, Boots is good. On paper, though, why doesn't the resume stigma apply to Boots? He has to sit back for now. Exactly, bro. Like, Boots is talking about, people are talking about an undisputed champion who, A, got a rematch clause in place, and B, he's the number one fighter in boxing. Not just 147. He's the number one fighter in boxing. Y'all may say, well, Boots is his mandatory. No, Boots is the IBF interim champion. He was Earl's mandatory. This IBF mandatory, if y'all want to get holier than thou with it, has been due since 2019, fight fans. Remember? The whole Errol Spence avoiding the mandatory for years upon years upon years. The IBF mandatory has been forced since 2019. We're not going to make it like it's a Crawford mandatory. Or because he beat Earl, who avoided the mandatory for many years. We're not going to make it like it's a Crawford problem. Boots falls in line. Bud does anything that he wants to do. Bud is the number one fighter in boxing, period. When you got that kind of leverage, especially when you've been doubted and counted out, you can do what you want to do. It's as simple as that. L-Dub says, Boots is not in the rankings. As the IBF interim champion, he is above the rankings. That's what I'm saying, fam. And okay, so I'm a roll with that, bro. So It looks to me that Wikipedia might have just don't got their shit together. That's what that sounds like to me. I'm with you, L-Dub. He's not supposed to be in no other sanctioning bodies right now. He's supposed to only be limited to the IBF by having that interim belt. So Wikipedia, y'all must be dropping the ball. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. But as you can see, fight fans, in that IBF sanctioning body, bro, there's nothing there. We talking about shock ROMs and freaking, you know what I'm saying, Gothas or whatever the guy's name. What was his name? Gotha? Gothic, and shock ROM. That's as good as he gets. That's piss poor. That's piss poor, fight fans. So with that being said, man, Boots Ennis, I don't know what to say. I mean, we not gonna get a Boots Ennis fight. You know what I mean? Damone says, yo, Boots isn't in the WBA either, main man. Exactly. So, okay. And Damone says Boots isn't in the WBO rankings, main man. Thanks, Damone. Appreciate you, champion. So Damone just went and checked on it, man. So he's not in the rankings on the other sanctioning bodies. Wikipedia is just dropping the ball. That's all that is. So back to my original statement on that. There's nothing in the IBF. Why did Jerome Boots Ennis choose that IBF interim belt? If you are a fan of Jerome Boots Ennis, Wallow, whatever the Wallow that want to let out all the text messages, you know what I'm saying? This new era is something. You can't even text nobody no more without it ending up on social media. You can't even send someone a private text message no more without somebody wants some sort of attention behind it. Oh, let me go show the world the text messages that Bud showed me, that sent me. That was pathetic, man. Grown men acting like teeny boppers, man. Bud looking at him like, bro, what kind of shit is this, bro? I don't move this way. If I sent you a text message, that's not for the whole world to see. Y'all run to a camera. First thing that'll listen. Look what Bud did. Look what Bud sent me. Trying to hang Bud out there. Get clout for Jerome Boots Ennis. Man, that was pathetic, man. That was pathetic. He's supposed to be grown-ass men. They run into the first camera that would listen. Please, give me some attention. Boy, attention is a hell of a drug. Attention is a hell of a drug, bruh. Everybody wants it. Everybody wants to be a star. It's crazy. It's crazy. So Boots, you sharp, bro. You short. Swaggy D says, yo, Boots is nice, but he is too green for Bud Crawford. Absolutely, man. Look, man, Bud Crawford. Boots. I think he's a real good fighter. I think he's real sharp. But there's levels to this, everybody. Y'all just literally witnessed Terence Crawford rip through the number one fighter at 147 pounds. Rip through him like a hot knife through butter. What the hell y'all think that Boots gonna do? He ripped through Errol Spence Jr. And this is the dude that was collecting eyes and belts and shit, right? And here the ink ain't even dry off their fight. And here come the boxing world. Well, what about Boots? Boots, man, Bud Crawford ain't got the. Bud Crawford been there 47 for 5+ years. How long did y'all expect for him to be there? What Boots is going to be fighting for is a vacant IBF belt. You know what I mean? Vacant IBF belt. That's what's going to be happening. You dig? Yeah, man. Hey, don't play boxing. Man, what up? Tuscaloosa in this bit. Yeah, I hear you. Salute to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, man. Home of Deontay Wilder, the hardest hitting right hand in boxing. The hardest right hand in boxing. Salute, champ. Salute. Damone says, yo, man, I want to see how Boots react after he gets hit in the mouth and is truly hurt. You know, when Boots got in there with that boy Karen, and we seen some, vulnerabilities. At least a lot of people thought that they saw some vulnerabilities in Boots dealing with a mobile guy. Everyone was down on Boots. Oh, he got ways to learn. He ain't ready. He come back, he get ready to do Vila, and everyone forgot. Everybody forgot. When you put these good fighters or even young fighters that are really, really, really good, when you put them next to a seasoned, experienced veteran that's been through it all, seen it all, you will see the difference in levels. Y'all just ain't seen Boots in there with a level like Terence Crawford. So y'all don't see the separation. Y'all don't see it. But there's some degrees of separation there. A lot of degrees of separation. And Terence Crawford, once again, can do what he want to do. no one is going to force him towards a Boots fight. It's Crawford's world, and everyone, including Errol, is just living in it. Simple. Simple. And who gonna tell him no? Luca Lazo says, yo, these Spence fans are jumping on Boots bandwagon because they think that he can beat Crawford. That tells me that they don't think that anyone else can. You don't hear any other names. Man, I tell you, bro, if y'all are Spence fans are jumping on the Boots bandwagon, y'all are pathetic, man. That's messed up, bro. Salute to the real Spence fans out there that's standing with him through thick and thin. That's not running to the Boots bandwagon at the first chance you get. Lord have mercy. That's sad, bro. That's really sad. Salute to the real ones. I know, hey, I hope it ain't a lot of y'all in Texas doing that, man. Salute to the real ones that's standing with Earl when he needs y'all the most. Because Lord knows he do. Because guys like Mainman is going to be dumping on him for weeks upon weeks upon weeks. Guys like Mainman is going to be showing y'all all of his flaws constantly. And going to be jumping on Derrick James constantly. And some of y'all have already ran out the back door and jumping on the Boots bandwagon already. I told y'all Boots was going to be getting a lot of fans. This is sad. Don't stand for nothing. Fall for every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Muhammad Tola says, yo, man, you seen the video that Spence fans posted? Nah, I didn't see it, man. I didn't see it, bro. I didn't see it, man. Look, man, I hope they're not deserting Errol Spence, bro. It ain't, look, Earl been through a lot, man. Y'all can't judge Earl, man. He's been through a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I will admit that myself. He's been through a lot. His head is not the same. He's not thinking of the fight game in the same manner, in my opinion. He's been through a lot. After this Crawford fight, he's going to enjoy his money and ride off into the sunset. Do what he want to do. If he want to drink, if he want to do whatever he want to, he's going to do that. I'm telling y'all. Maybe that's what they see. That's why they're jumping off the bandwagon. A lot of them probably see that. A lot of them see that he's not going to win in a rematch. And they're trying to get ahead of the game right now. That don't make you any less pathetic. That don't make you any less pathetic. It's sad, man. Sad. Earl had to question some of his fans right before this fight, didn't he? People about switching up. Crawford ain't never had to work, man. That's one thing about the Crawford crew. It may not, we may not be the biggest fan base in boxing, but damn, y'all loyal. Damn, y'all loyal. Salute. Salute. Very respectable. What's going on with Earl right now and his fans is unbelievable. Some of them jumping ship, most of them delusional and traumatized. This has been quite the experience, fight fans. Quite the experience. I've seen a lot of fallouts in boxing, but nothing like this. The Wilder one was tough, but the Spence fans are literally crying, grown men crying on social media, bro. Like they got videos. Oh, you talking about that video? Oh, that's the one you talking about, fam. You talking about the crying joint. That's what you talking about. I'm going to keep that picture up there for a minute, Muhammad told. But that's the one you talking about, bro. Oh, yeah. I did see that, bro. I did see that. The crying videos and the guys crying and screaming at the thing. Oh, my goodness. Did you see what Errol Spence reposted? On his Twitter, did some fan man, we going to get it back. We going to get it back in blood. Bro, it's bad. Men have broken down. Grown men. I know some of y'all who went to the fight with y'all girls and seen y'all break it down like that. Your girl had to be like, oh my goodness. What the hell happened to him? You would have thought that his favorite dog got hit by a truck. Let me say that for those in the back. Let me say that for those in the black. You would have thought that his favorite dog got hit by a truck the way I seen the Spence fans crying on video. Come see me, man. Oh man, it's funny, fight fans. It really is, man. With that being said, man, look, I got to get ready to shut it on down, fight fans. That's why I didn't drop the link, man. Busch Gardens has worn me out, man. I am so tired. For me to get this hour and a half out took a hell of a lot. You know, I mean, imagine walking around Busch Gardens, bro, a whole full day. You know what I mean, and then come on and try to do a live stream. I feel like my knees is about to fall off. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. Carlos Rosado says, yo, Bernie the Boxer already said that it is on his live stream earlier that Spence versus Bud 2 will happen. I believe it's going to happen. The thing is, man, it's not so much about it happening. I think the biggest thing about it is when is it going to happen. I think that, like I said before, Terence Crawford wins no matter when it happens, no matter when. The only difference is, at least if it's pushed down some, it's in a safe zone for Errol Spence Jr. That's my concern. You know what I mean? My concern is about Earl getting hurt. That's my concern. They're going to have it's too much money. No one's going to turn down the rematch. And PBC, well, quite honestly, they're going to cash Earl in. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. And they're going to probably bring Jerron Boots Ennis back up in the rear. He's going to be their future. But at the end of the day, I mean, I would like for them to do it next spring for the safety of Errol Spence Jr. I'm really thinking about the safety of Earl. I do not think that Errol Spence Jr. is all the way ready to be back in the ring. And that would go for any fight. It's not an Earl thing for everybody. It's not me dumping on Earl. It's any fighter. Anyone that been through what Earl's been through, took the beating that he took from Terence Crawford, need not to be in the ring that soon. I know fans, y'all are rah-rah, y'all delusional, y'all not seeing the big picture here. You only seeing, you're only doing your favorite Derrick James impression. You know, we're gonna break them. We're gonna just keep on going harder and harder. We're gonna jam this triangle through this square. You think that's the answer? That's not the answer. That's not the answer. You're gonna get the man hurt. That's not the answer. The answer is let him take some time and figure out what he wants to do. You know what I mean? Well, he knows what he wants to do. Let him take some time and protect him from himself. He wants the money. He's thinking of the money. Bro, he took an ass whooping. A facial reconstruction. They restructured his entire features, bro. That's an ass whooping. And that is not no way putting your body through a training camp for this fight and a pre-camp for this fight. Getting beat down the way you've been beat down during this fight. And then you want to get back in there in a matter of months. Your coach has no game plan. Your coach is in London somewhere. Meanwhile, Terence Crawford, they got videos out. He's already back. What do you think they're in the gym doing? Anything that you looking to adjust to do or think you're going to do different, you don't think that they're going to be prepared for it? They are ahead. They are far ahead of you where you at right now. Your coach is not even nowhere to be found. He don't know what game plan to draw for you right now. He got to draw one for Anthony Joshua. And y'all want to put him back in there by December? He got to draw up a game plan for Charlo and Canelo. He got to figure out, how am I going to get Charlo through this? And then after all of that, you got to figure out how to figure out Bud Crawford. Y'all better wake up, man. Y'all better wake the hell up, bruh. He ain't going to be ready. And let me say this one good time. And I hope all of y'all hear me crystal clear when I say this, because I've been saying this for every live stream, and I'm going to keep on saying it so y'all get the point. He's not good enough. No, screw that. Let's do this one more again. Hold on. Screw that. Take the music away. He's not good enough. That's what it is. Let that shit burn slow. And stop talking y'all boy into a rematch. I'm out of here, fight fans. Y'all have a beautiful night, man. You know what I'm saying? Just having a little fun with the Spence fans. You know what I mean? I know they got to be sitting at home having nightmares about Mainman Mademan. And I love it. It's all good talk, though, fight fans. And it's all entertainment at the end of the day. I'm going to get ready to shut it on down. we've been going for an hour and a half, fight fans. That's good enough for me for the night. I'll be back with another live stream tomorrow. I will be dropping links. Y'all can come on through tomorrow. For anyone that's out there wanted to come on join Mainman and some of this cool ass boxing talk. We'll have a whole bunch of different subjects up online for tomorrow. And I'm also going to be dropping my pound for pound rankings this week, fight fans. So be on the lookout for my pound for pound rankings that's going to be dropping this week. Now that Monster Inoue and now that Terence Crawford is done what they done, we're going to put the rankings in the proper order. Also, Gary Antoine Russell coming back to the ring very soon. We just dropped the video about that. Go on and check it on out. Looking forward to seeing Gary Antoine Russell return back to the ring on August the 12th and see him keep on pushing forward. It's going to be over here at the MGM National Harbor. Chances are real high that I will be at the fight. I'm looking to go to that fight. So as long as everything lines up cool with my schedule on that date, I more than likely should be in the building. You know what I'm saying? So looking forward to seeing Gary Antoine Russell a fight. You know what I'm saying? Big facts, bro. Errol, I am your father. Spence Nation, I own you. Every single one of you. Bend your knee and fold right now. They traumatized, fight fans. I love it. Salute to you all, man. It's just a good fun, man. And look, before I get ready to leave, don't take nothing I say personal. It's all entertainment, everyone. It's all to have a good time, man. Don't be driving yourself crazy over Mainman Mademan. That's not the intentions of these live streams. We're here to have a good time at all times. You know what I'm saying? Real spill. Damone Daniel says, yo, man. Yo, how's Apollo, man? Apollo chilling, man. He getting big, man. I love him to death. You know what I mean? Drives me insane. You know what I mean? Drives me insane. But love him to death, bro. He's huge, man. He's got to be now a good shit. He's got to be at least 105, close to 104, 105. He's sprouted, bro, and he's eating me out of a house and home. But I love him to death, man. Beautiful dog, good pedigree, real loyal, and getting a little aggressive. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, man, real chill dog, man. Look, my neighbor down the street. She just so happened to have the same exact purebred dog, and she hitting me up heavy, like, can we make these joints? Moving these things for like $3,000 a pup. You know what I mean? I told her I don't know. You know what I mean? He been kind of getting this issue with a lot of the other female dogs around here, so we'll see. But he cool in the fan. He right here sleep. He knocked out snoring. He chilling. You know what I'm saying? We brought him down to Busch Gardens with us, so it was real cool. You know what I mean? You know, they got a little pet area for where they keep on. They hold on to the pet, so he got along pretty good in there. Word is he was trying to woo all of the females in there, so he got a lot of main man in him. You know what I mean? Real spill, man. Hey, look, man, y'all have a blessed night out there, man. It's like I said, it was all in good fun, fight fans. That's what it's always about. We'll come on back through this week, man. Like I said, be on the lookout for my pound for pound rankings. I will be dropping that this week, and we're gonna be pushing forward towards that Gary Antoine Russell fight. Looking forward to that this week as well, or in another week or so as well. So y'all have a blessed night. Stay stressed and sucker free out there, fight fans. Remember, the devil is everywhere, omnipresent, everywhere at the same time. He wants you sad, depressed, thinking that you are not more than a conqueror, thinking that you are not great. You are great and then some. You know what I'm saying? And y'all go out here and y'all change this world for the better. Real spill. Thumbs up, fight fans. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Y'all have a blessed night. I'll be back in the crib tomorrow, man. And I see y'all then. And until the next video, fight fans. Peace out. Man, I love those. Love those Luke Colazo all day, especially the big ones, man.